So what you see here is a super quick minecart unloader. The point of this is to unload a minecart as quick as possible. For the minecart to fully empty the chest inside, it will take around 46 to 47 seconds. And for the dispensers to completely empty themselves, it will take roughly 1 minute 37 seconds.
Just for comparison, to empty a single chest of items using a single hopper, it takes 11 and a half minutes. And so he managed to reduce the time down to 45 seconds. And then from there, it was just getting the minecart to move around so that we don't have any jams in the system so we can constantly send minecarts through.
Now, the way that we can make it drain that fast compared to just a normal hopper is we place the minecart on top of hopper minecarts.
Yeah.
So if we see over here, the chest minecart will travel on top of half slabs and empty themselves in hopper minecarts and into separate hoppers underneath. That way we can dispense way more quick.
Yeah, so you got about 5 items per second coming from each one, so you're emptying 10 items every second pretty much. And then on top of that, you're being able to dispense them at an insanely rapid rate because of the way that this is set up. Yeah, so the whole clock starts over here. You got a T flip-flop. Every time a minecart goes over this rail right here, it'll flip the T flip-flop. So right now it's in the on state, which is keeping this clock from running. This is just a standard etho hopper clock with 16 items in there. So what's going to happen is this thing will, every time it switches and all 16 items are over here, it will cause this monostable circuit to pulse. And so the first time it pulses, it's going to go straight into the secondary monostable circuit, which will power all of these translocators. And so it's going to send 1 pulse and then 2 pulses. Yeah, just like that. So it's basically shooting this item from the dropper into the hopper and then back from the dropper into the hopper a second time, causing these to pulse twice and move it from its first unloading station, which is right here, to the second unloading station, which is right here, and then vice versa, first and second. And then each of these dispensers are, so originally we had them all chained together, but after a while we realized it'd be best to go ahead and make them individually powered. So you've got 2 comparator clocks running from it. So you got 2 comparators coming from each of these side droppers. We weren't actually able to reach the hopper in the middle, but every now and then you'll just have like 1 stray item, and it usually works its way out of the system after a couple of tries. So we didn't think it was too much to worry about. And it's actually tileable. Somehow we managed to cram all this so that they're side by side and no redstone wires are crossing. So each one of these units is completely controlling its own system.
Over here is of course the same system, a little bit different because we didn't want to interfere with the redstone on top. But it does exactly the same.
Every time that minecart comes through, it triggers this, which does 2 things. First of all, it's going to send a pulse up here, which will send the second minecart through. And then it's also going to trigger this T flip-flop and flip it off. So if that is the last minecart that's in this this backup, then it will turn the clock off and this thing will no longer be running. And that's just to save on lag and keep things from needlessly running, which is pretty cool. And then, but if it does need to go again, it will trigger the T flip-flop again, so it'll turn itself off and then it'll turn itself back on via this redstone line right here. So yeah, other than that, I think that's about it. Okay, so basically it's going to be processing 1.62 minecarts every minute, and each minecart holds 1,728. So if we do that math, which is 2,802 items per minute, and then to get the items per hour, we're going to multiply it by 60, 168,129 items an hour. Basically 168,130 if you round up a little bit. Ilmango's mob farm is the fastest mob farm I've ever seen. And it does 150 drops an hour. So just to, yeah, this one system right here could handle every single drop from his mob farm and be fine.
Now, a problem with this farm is handling the items after the stream. You would either need an insane amount of hoppers chained together longer down the line, or you would just need to lava most of it because there's nothing that can pick up all of this.
Yeah, or if you were planning on sorting them out, you'd have to have 6 or 7 of the same sorter because you'd fill up the first. So, like, say that you're sorting out mob drops, you'd probably need 15 to 20 different sorters of the same one because you're probably going to fill up that first sorter with 64, or that first hopper with 64 within the first 10 seconds of this thing being active, and so it's going to have to go down the line and be collected by a series of hoppers in order to actually effectively collect everything.
But let us know if you actually find a practical use for this. But at the moment, it's just a needlessly fast dispenser.
Yeah, for real.